Tony Brienne. Why Gen Z is suddenly boring? Club culture, conservative trends, clean girl aesthetic. I wanted to react to this video just because I'm Gen Z. I don't really fuck with going to the clubs no more. And it just looked interesting, and it kind of got into the last topic we reacted to with her on, why dating in 2025 is so bad. So we're about to go ahead and get into this motherfucking reaction. Without further ado, Miss Tony Brienne.
What's the club like now? They just stand around looking on their phones.
Oh.
They sit around, they order bottle service, they look on their phones. Everybody trying to figure out why Gen Z parties suck.
You must understand that section culture has ruined clubs.
Boring.
Can someone tell me, when did fun become embarrassing or some negative concept? Gen Z is boring. Gen Z, once known as the most expressive, chaotic, and radically free generation, has slowly become a muted, minimalist, and a highly curated, boring version of its former self. We used to celebrate individuality and push boundaries. Now we hide behind neutral tones, hyper-structured routines, and a collective fear of being perceived. And this isn't just a cultural shift, it is a full-blown aesthetic rebrand. And the question that haunts me to this day is, did we choose this, or did the internet choose this life for us? But hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. My name is Tony Brienne, and in today's video, we're gonna be discussing how Gen Z is flat out boring. If you guys are watching from Spotify or Apple, welcome to the episode as well. And if you guys...
You already know the first minute or two, I gotta go ahead and say something about Gen Z. Let me tell you something about Gen Me, alright? When I'm out and about, I be having fun, man. I can understand if you hating your life and you just want to get out, or your friends just drag you out to a place you don't really want to be at. But that's your fault. You should have told the ass, I'm not going outside because I'll be boring. You gotta have that self-awareness to where it's like, all right, I know you don't want to drag me out, but say I come out against my will, my energy, which they won't even think about it, but they won't even think about it like this because I know how I think about it. But their energy, their negative energy, will influence other people's negative energy and make them not want to be there. So it's like, I don't even want to influence you guys' negative energy and take you guys down because I want to have fun. I get it, I understand, but I don't want to do this. But also could be on the other side of where the group's positive energy can influence the negative one and bring them up. There's a possibility that could happen too. But yeah, just standing around in the club. Like I said, I don't do clubs. I hate clubs. One of the reasons I hate clubs is because it's too many motherfuckers. I can't really get up to the bar. People be pushing by you, spilling their drinks on you, stepping on their shoes, spilling drinks on you, trying to push you out the way. It's too hot. You sweaty. You get claustrophobic. And niggas be stinking. They be farting and shit like that. Nigga, as soon as I get in there and I see a club full of people just dancing, I'll walk the fuck out. I gotta be outside. It's too hot down here for me. Y'all niggas stank. I know y'all don't be cleaning right. Don't be brushing y'all teeth. I can't do it. I cannot do it. It's damn near a gas chamber, bruh. No thank you. No thank you. Give me a place where I can go ahead and find somewhere to sit without having to pay for it.
You guys did not know that I was on Spotify and Apple and all streaming platforms for podcasts. I am, so you guys can listen to me whenever or wherever. And of course, check out the Decision Podcast. It's my new podcast that talks about how one decision affected your entire life. That podcast is available on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and on Spotify as well. So yeah, check that out and please continue supporting me in all my projects that I have moving forward. But as you guys know, as always, before we get into the start of this video, I like to start off with a little bit of positivity. So let's first start off with the quote of the day and the verse of the day. Today's quote of the day is, I am lovable and desirable just as I look right now. Today's verse of the day is Matthew chapter 9, verse 37 through 38, and it reads, Then he said to his disciples, The harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few. Ask the Lord of the harvest, therefore, to send out workers into his harvest field. And without further ado, you guys,
Amen.
Let's get straight into today's video.
Y'all can feel how this shook the goddamn desk. That bitch is full. That bitch is full,
So in
bro.
today's video, I will be breaking down exactly how Gen Z got so boring. we'll be discussing our very evident fear of fun, club culture dying, our obsession with being hyper-curated, hyper-feminine, and feeling the need to live in aesthetic and not have our own individuality. But let's first start off with the death of the nightclub and why Gen Z does not go out anymore, or at least that's how it seems. Clubbing used to be a rite of passage, something for everyone to look forward to. I know for me as a kid, I used to see my older cousins that were like millennials. They'd be going out, they were dancing on tables, hair was all sweated out, they were having the time of their lives, and they would come home and I was like, I cannot wait for that to be me when I get older.
You were up while waiting for your cousins to come home from clubbing? Because I know they ain't come home until like 2, 3 in the morning, so your ass is still up waiting for them. Sounds like you need some good parental guidance. Words. Yeah, it's okay. I fumbled over them. I fucked up. It's okay. Still means you need some good parental guidance. God, words, nigga. Words, nigga. Maybe I should start drinking again. But look, I'm not even gonna lie. Though. I remember all the old clubs, fucking Annie's. They'd go over to the boat and shit like that. They'd have ladies' night and shit like that. There's some other clubs they used to have that they don't have anymore. They would constantly promote them on fucking 101.1 The Wiz. Like, yeah, like my parents would go out to go to the clubs and shit like that. Like drop me and my siblings off at my great grandma's house or maybe my aunt's house or whatever. And yeah, like I ain't gonna lie, like them coming back to pick us up and shit like that, or them doing that, that kind of intrigued me. I'm like, damn, they go out to these clubs. I wonder what it's like and shit like that. But not really. It really wasn't until I got and started seeing like movies that had club scenes and shit like that, to where I was like, damn, I kind of want to. I feel like it'd be a whole lot of fun at the club. I ain't gonna cat. Which I did. I had a experience where I had a whole lot of fun at the club, especially in San Diego. I went to several clubs, we're supposed to. But they were a whole lot of fun. Now, Cincinnati clubs, not fun. Not fun whatsoever. This just depends on what clubs you go to and depend on like the states and shit like that. Cincinnati clubs, they just nigga clubs, and which I don't really fuck with. Unless you go to like Energy, and that's a 18 and up club, which is like, it's a white person club. Like, I got grinded on like when I was like 18 and shit like that, and I went today, like it was like a bubble themed. Yeah, it was lit. But that was when I was like 18. Like I think it was like 18, bro. I'm like, oh no. But yeah, the clubs here suck.
But unfortunately, those things I used to be so excited to look forward to, and I couldn't wait to enjoy it with the rest of the people in my generation and my peers, they now look at that as a red flag. Gen Z has created a culture where going out, dancing, and even being seen in public for fun is deemed as low vibrational and as if you're not doing what you need to do in order to succeed in life. To replace
and I ain't gonna lie, because I'm glad she said that. That's one of the things that I hate and I disagree with Myron, like Fresh and Fit, Andrew Tate, Sneeko, and whoever be doing that red pill pushing, man, like Fearless Fitness or X Fitness or whoever. That's one of the things I disagree and I hate about these niggas, right? It's because they're constantly like, all right, you need to struggle, no fun. You don't have fun till you are in your 50s and 60s, da-da-da-da. Which I understand that. It's like, hey, you need to have your priorities in check. Make sure that you're setting up for not only you, your wife, and your kids, but your generations to come. Okay, that's cool. But if you don't have fun, like with your friends, or with or going out and having fun with like your parents and shit like that, then you're gonna burn out really, really quick. Like, you can't just, like, here's the thing. I've had times where I just go on binges of just straight work and come home and just do that and shit like that. And it's because I had to do it because I was trying to get this place or trying to get my money up and shit like that. But that makes me feel like, damn, I'm doing the same thing over and over and over again. And it kind of gets me in a, like, not like a, just, it made me proud of myself, but also it's like, damn, I'm feeling boring and I'm in a depression. Like, I want to do something. And it's like I need to go out and have some fun to where I feel like I've earned this, right? And so you gotta do it in moderation to where, all right, locking in, I'm working, I'm doing what I need to do, hit the gym, shit like that. But guess what? After what, 5, 6 weeks of locking in, doing what I need to do, or maybe longer, all right, I'm gonna have a weekend where, all right, I've been locking in for so long, I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy myself, have time, spend time with my family, spend time with my friends and shit like that. Maybe go out or have a night in. You know, order some food, just enjoying yourself. Have your own type of fun. Go out to nightclubs or do whatever. You don't have to just lock in. As long as you're doing what you need to do. And here's the thing, you can still do what you need to do and have fun while you're doing it. You know? But it's not no do this and cut out the fun. You don't need to be having fun in your 20s. You need to be struggling and, man, fuck that. Your 20s is when you're supposed to be having fun. You know why? Because in your 20s, you don't really have a lot to your name. You don't really have a lot of money. You're becoming yourself. You're finding yourself. How do you find yourself unless you don't have fun? This is when you're supposed to be fucking the most bitches. This is when you're supposed to be having pregnancy scares and STD scares and shit like that. Yeah, you're supposed to be doing it in your 20s. Yeah, you can lock in. You gotta have a balance. You gotta have a work-life balance. And in order to have a work-life balance, you gotta figure out how to balance work and life. That's how it is. Because, for example, say that you work all throughout your 20s, never have any fun. You work all throughout your 30s, never have any fun. Or maybe you start to have fun in 30s when your business or whatever picks up. Then in your 40s, you really don't need to work that much because you got a decent amount of money, you got your family and everything. It's work, so you just chill out, relax, and shit like that. How are you gonna know what you want to do, what you enjoy to do for fun, without trying shit out in your 20s? You don't even know what to do for fun because your life is just work, work, work. And that could possibly lead you into experimenting into other shit that you normally wouldn't do because you're just bored because you've done the shit that you wanted to do. It's a possibility. Rather than like in your 20s, you go ahead and experiment. And it's like, I did this. I tried meth before. It was alright. Don't really want to do it again. Versus in your 40s, damn, I love meth. Not saying you should go out and do meth. But I'm just saying that as an example. You got to have that balance to where when you hit your 30s and your 40s, you can still have that balance, and that scale is even more balanced, and you got more money, so you can do whatever the fuck you want, and you really know what you enjoy doing it, and you get to do it with your family and shit who you love. Don't just do straight on one and not do the other, because if it is unbalanced, you don't feel it. You're gonna get depressed or whatever.
Fantasy of going out and having fun, we've replaced it with a romanticized version of isolation. Solo dates, drinking matcha, lighting candles, a quiet night of journaling, wearing a face mask, throwing Pilates birthday parties. Y'all, wait. Can we please sit back?
Now she's talking about the females. I'm talking to the males, man.
One girl have a Pilates birthday.
I'm talking to the males, man.
Concept. Now that's all I see on my entire timeline. Gen Z is literally monkey see, monkey do.
It's my birthday, so to celebrate, I threw up pink
Pilates party. Yes, you heard that right. Pilates party. My sis is different, okay?
A Pilates party from a Pilates instructor who loves to host.
It's so fucking crazy how different people's algorithm is on like social media. I've never seen this shit.
Going to Pilates studios to celebrate our 21st
I've never seen this shit on my algorithm.
I'm confused. That's the time when you let loose.
And if I did, guess what? I'd immediately say it's not for me.
But I say this all to say is that the weekend is no longer something to look forward to according to Gen Z. It's all about mental health and wellness. And I'm not saying this is necessarily a bad thing, but when did it become bad to want to step outside and have fun? As I stated, I am all for taking care of yourself and your well-being, but there's a time and there's a place, and I think the time and the place is during the week and maybe on a Sunday. I fear we have gotten to a place where we don't realize that balance is very important. You can drink your matchas and go to your Pilates class, but you also can go out and let loose a little bit. But according to a lot of people today, we have to pick one or the other, or we're going to be considered a failure in life. And since Gen Z doesn't really like going out anymore, that means a lot of Gen Zers are chronically online, and most of us don't even realize how unsafe that can be. And that's exactly why I use Aura. It's basically your digital security team in one app. Aura monitors your personal info like your email, passwords, and even your social security. And if you're going out more than once a month, you're not serious about life. And honestly, that's quite draining. This insane shift feels especially sharp when it comes to comparing ourselves to millennials. Millennials were wild, messy, fun, outlandish, meme-driven, and emotionally chaotic, but they embraced it. Think of the Jersey Shore. The Jersey Shore is literal millennial core. Let's drink, let's go out, let's have fun, let's party. We're only young once. They were giving all of that energy. When millennials were our age, they were all about partying, wearing funky and fun colors, not taking themselves seriously, embracing their youth, being loud, being experimental.
One thing I can say, I'm pretty sure my dad is a millennial, but he be having a whole lot of fun like now. And it's funny as hell just because my dad didn't really drink or party or go to the clubs until he was around like maybe, I think he said, he didn't have his first beer until his bachelor party, but he really didn't start drinking and going to the clubs around his late 20s, early 30s. That's when he started like actually going out and shit like that and enjoying himself. And he's doing it. He's having fun. And he's enjoying his life and shit like that. But it's like, damn. Like, because he was so into grinding and working and shit like that, because he had 3 kids he had to take care of. And then, you know, the shit that went on, you know, not getting into that, but he just never really had time to let loose. He couldn't have a work-life balance. It was more work than life. And when the life was lifing, it was lifing. And so I'm like, I'm not doing that. I got to find that balance now. And like I said, my thing isn't the club per se. There's nothing wrong with going to the clubs. If you're having fun, hell yeah. Go out with your guys, your girls. And I'm not saying go out to get girls going out, because girls don't go out to fish for guys. They go out to have fun with their girls. Guys go out to have fun with your boys. That's how you do it. Go out, have fun with your boys, and just enjoy yourself. Even if you don't want to hit the club, bro, just go out and having fun for yourself. Whether it's doing a hobby, go to Top Golf. Go to Dave and Buster's. Go go-karting. Do whatever. Walk around your city. Enjoy the park. Enjoy the weather. Like, do whatever you enjoy to have fun. Like, and now she's talking about going to the club and shit like that. But you don't only need to do that to have fun. Don't be too stressed. Don't stress yourself out by trying to maintain a perfect image. Getting your mental health perfect, because it's not going to be perfect. You got to have that balance of having fun, but also managing your life and stuff like that, and making sure you're still on your right track.
Club
How you do that is
dancing on tables, celebrity messy tweets, and YouTube videos. Oh my god, I'm just getting excited just thinking about how much fun they were compared to our generation. Oh my god, it makes me so sad.
My peak club eras was like 2009, 2012, and this was during the time of like Waka Flocka, Travis Porter, Roscoe Dash. Like, it was really a beautiful time in the club.
She just named all 3 niggas on one song.
Like, picture this. We in our college years, right? We ain't got no real job. We ain't got no real money. But we show up to the club in business casual, baby, because take us seriously. You got to take us serious. We was there to do something, and that was to dance and have fun. Okay? Peplum top, waist belt.
I like what you wearing.
Look like I just left a marketing meeting. But I didn't. I was flipping burgers. Statement jury, dudes was dancing. You ain't have to worry about being recorded and being put on social media for being weird because you're dancing and having fun, which is what you go to the club to do. You ain't have to pay to sit down. Okay? I really feel bad for y'all. But it was time. We was taking club pictures. Child. Nobody had no phones. You wouldn't know we had home. That's all we had. And then we went home and we uploaded all 128 pictures to Facebook. It was a magnificent time. It was a time.
And then you know what would happen too? After they upload all those 128 pictures to Facebook, they be, oh my god, I was there. Why don't you come see me? Or, yo, like, I had so much fun. About positive and good just remarks and likes and shit like that.
royalty.
Not no
Paris
hating shit.
Hilton, Lindsay Lohan, Nicole Richie. I already mentioned Jersey Shore, but Snooki. Literally the generation of crash outs that later revitalized their image as they got older. You see how they outgrew their party stages and turned into functional grown adults? Yeah, Gen Z thinks if you still party and have fun and do a little bit of questionable things that your life is going to be forever over. But that's
Hell
the beauty
nah.
of the young and dumb era. Apparently that has to be eradicated according to Gen Z. So
guess what? If you don't have your young and dumb era, you're gonna be an old and retarded ass nigga or old and retarded ass bitch. You're gonna have that type of era, which we're moving into. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm still young. I know I'm 25. I'll be 26. Nigga, I'm still young. I'd rather be in my young and dumb era and then grow into a more smart and mature and an elegant man who used to do these questionable shits, but I grew out of it. But I can still get down if I need to.
Comparison of millennials versus Gen Z.
Just wait till I cut off my dreads, bro.
More curated, emotionally restrained, and as of lately, not exactly the biggest risk takers.
I love taking risks.
When I say that Gen Z is more scared to take risks, I mean like going out, being adventurous, just letting loose and having fun. When it came to social media, millennials used humor in order to entertain others, whereas Gen Z is more about keeping and maintaining an aesthetic. Millennials were fine, making those short, cringy 7-second clips. Think of the popular YouTubers at the time, Miranda Sings, though I know y'all don't like to bring her name up anymore. But Miranda Sings, Shane, oh wow, all these people are canceled now. Shane Dawson, Jenna Marbles, they done got everybody, y'all. During 2020, when the Black Lives Matter movement was on a rampant, they took everybody down. So maybe that was the millennials' downfall. But regardless of
packed them up.
I say this all to say that millennials leaned into imperfection as identity, but Gen Z today likes to portray themselves as having it all together. But why is this exactly? Well, your girl has a theory as to why Gen Z won't just let loose. And it's not just because we grew up, or we're more mature, or we're just protecting our peace like so many like to claim. It's more so about protecting our image. Nobody wants to be caught like they're trying too hard, enjoying themselves too much, or God forbid, being straight cringy. And there is a very big reason for that. And quite frankly, it's a very simple reason. Cameras. Cameras are every freaking where. I have said this in so many different videos, and if you guys know me, you know I hate when people pull out cameras. People pull out cameras for every single thing. You are not allowed to make a mistake. You are not allowed to be cringy. You are not allowed to just do something downright stupid without a camera being present. I mean, quite frankly, I can't even cross the street and trip without it being recorded. There is cameras everywhere. Invasion of privacy is everywhere, everywhere, and everywhere.
Another reason club culture sucks is because y'all love recording people to embarrass them to put it online. And
look at this bitch ass nigga. He having fun.
Go to the club back in the day in the early 2000s to just get outside, party, celebrate.
Just because I like enjoying life and I want to dance my stress away, because when I leave to go back home, I still got bills to pay. I got a girl to take care of. I got a car note. I got a whole lot of shit going on. Just because I want to come out here and let loose, and you want to try to make fun of me because you're not secure in yourself to where you can go ahead and have fun, but you got to make fun of somebody else enjoying the time of their life, it doesn't mean you got to go ahead and fucking record and shit like that. You know what you can do? You can go fuck yourself. That's what you can do.
Which is why the lyrics, pull up to the club, gas tank on E, but all drinks on me, was created in the first place. But y'all love to kiki and laugh at people because maybe they hair sweating out, maybe they wig sweating back, maybe they outfit don't look up to par with you would like. So people are so self-conscious.
And you get a good workout too. You get a good workout dancing at the club.
In the party, and y'all wonder why people don't go to the clubs no more.
Feel free to disagree with me, but I find it so weird how comfortable y'all are filming strangers without their consent, just like existing and like making fun of them on the internet. Like, I cannot stop imagining what those people feel like when if they like see themselves pop up on their like For You page and there's like thousands of comments making fun of them. Like, it's so weird how normalized that is, and like it makes me feel so bad for them every time. It's weird.
Y'all have got to stop recording strangers in public. I don't care if you have the right. You don't have the business to be recording people minding their business.
No one has the right to record a stranger.
Respect their privacy. Be a decent human being. Like, I don't know what this era is of acceptable public shaming where we just record absolute strangers doing things that we may or may not approve of, or doing things that are interesting or embarrassing, and posting that online without their knowledge or consent, or taking the video at all. It doesn't need to exist. Like, not only is that embarrassing and shameful for them and could have long-term repercussions on them, like, y'all are so comfortable being bullies for no other reason than clout, and it needs to stop. Let people have their privacy. But this public shaming thing, dead it.
In a time where millennials could just let loose and, God forbid, shake a little they did not have to worry about their mothers, fathers, bosses, and the whole entire world seeing it the next day. Oh, you drank too much and you threw up in the bar. Okay, ha ha ha, just memories for us to laugh at. Oh, you got into a fight and you lost. Ha 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 ha. That was embarrassing, that was cringy. You'll get over it in a week. No one's gonna...
Man, you know how many fucking recordings that my dad has of me either falling asleep in the bar or me being too lit, like, and he's put it on Facebook, and all of his old OG friends be laughing, bro. Like, I got a whole lot of videos of myself in my phone, and my friends be lit, and it's fun. But guess what? Even those are the people that I love and I care about. I don't care that they have videos of me being fun and like being lit and shit like that. But if it's a random individual and I catch them taking a video, I ain't gonna lie, I'll show up for the camera. Hey, go ahead. Yeah. I'll do the Cabbage Patch. Now post that on your TikTok.
Know. Millennials got to make their mistakes.
And then I'll make sure I find that video and the comment under it. Hey, that's me. Bring the hate to me. Fuck this video.
Gen Z, on the other hand, we do not get that privilege. We really don't. We don't get privacy. We don't get to make mistakes. We are forced to always have it together because someone is always watching. It's like Big Brother is right around the corner. Every moment can be screen recorded, uploaded, clipped, and circulated within seconds. Even if you think you're not relevant, you can have 5 people watching you on TikTok live and you say something that could be considered controversial, and I'm not excusing racism, not in the slightest, but say you said something that was technically offensive, but you genuinely did not mean it. Even if you have those 5 people watching, someone could just clip that moment, post it on their page, and then now your entire reputation is ruined. And all we have are our reputations. So a lot of Gen Zers are scared to risk their reputation by having fun and letting
fuck that. I risk my reputation. I don't care, bro.
Lurking and preying on their downfall. I'm saying they like I'm not Gen Z. Yeah, me too. I'm scared too as a public figure, technically. I have this YouTube platform. When I tell you guys, I literally have anxiety every time I go out, every time I let loose, every time I just try to have a little bit of fun because I'm scared that somebody's going to record a moment. I remember once I was at a concert, and I honestly hope you're watching this, but I was at a Bryson Tiller concert. Me and my friends, we did a little pregame and we had a little drinky drink and we're in the bathroom just being silly laughing. And then I had somebody come up to me and they're like, "Are you a YouTuber?" I was like, "Yeah." They're like, "Are you Tony Brienne?" I said, "Yeah." Oh my God, we met each other. She was super sweet. She was by no means mean at all. But in that moment, I was like, oh, lock in. Like, you can't be drunk in public. You got to get it together, pull it together. So I constantly have to think about that. It's always lurking over my shoulder. Whereas back then, if you were like a public figure, you only had to worry if you had paparazzi over your shoulder watching your every move, or someone that was really trying to prey on your downfall. Or I guess you just really had to worry about your enemies. But now it's just any and everybody. They're
Man, fuck that. Let the nigga come over like, "Hey bro, you got that, you be on, you joking, you part of joking." Yeah. Or, "Shit, you a streamer." Yeah. Nigga, pass the shots, nigga. Where the shots at? Why everybody so sober, nigga? We at a concert, we having fun, nigga. Or we at a club, we at a bar. Drinks on me, nigga. Oh God, I don't give a fuck, nigga. I'm at, bro, we having fun, nigga. Fuck the image, I don't give a fuck. Nigga, I'm not perfect. I'm not Jesus. I don't try to be perfect. I'm not fuck the locking in, nigga. Oh God. Now, if you need me to like talk, like, you know, talk some serious, like spiritual shit or something that's been on your mind, then yeah, I'll lock in. But when it comes to image, my image don't mean nothing but out my action going towards it. The shit that I do, that's my image, which I don't need to say. Y'all gonna see it. But yeah, man. But I understand what she's saying. You know, females, they are more socially driven and everything. But man, nigga, Nigga, where's the shots of tequila? You come and talk to me in the bathroom, nigga. Like, I know I'm gonna be cool. I know I'm gonna be fun and shit like that. Man, I know I'm gonna be stylish as fuck, nigga. Like, oh God, I know I'm gonna be cool and shit. What the fuck is you talking about? Nigga, I got a public reputation, nigga. Fuck that public reputation, nigga. My public reputation is a nigga that don't give a fuck, nigga that's an asshole, nigga that just love life and love living life on the fucking edge, nigga. What the fuck are you talking about?
Constantly watching.
And that's real.
Club and party culture is really dying in a lot of places in America right now for a couple reasons, and I think it's part pandemic after effect, social media, and like mean girl wannabes. And by that I mean it's like the energy that people come to the club with. Like, people don't come to the club anymore to let loose, have fun, and be silly. Like, people come for the aesthetic of going out. And if you are one of the minority of people who does want to let loose and have fun, next thing you know, people are laughing at you and not with you. People don't know how to like let go of their pride and just have a little bit of fun. Next thing you know, you're getting turned into a meme. We see that stuff happen all the time on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all of that. In order to have like clubbing be fun again, people have to be willing to like get silly, have fun, like dance. Sometimes when me and my friends go out, we be the only ones dancing. Life is hard, y'all. Dance to love.
And I have run into lots of subscribers. I love you guys. So clearly my subscribers, y'all like to go out. So I've run into a lot of you guys while we're out and about at lounges. I've ran into y'all at concerts. I think those are like the main places, like some events, but yeah, y'all are cool. Y'all like to have a good time. And I don't think I've embarrassed myself yet, but I definitely appreciate you guys for just being such cool supporters. And I love you guys. But if you really think about it, and this is not me putting myself on a scale of a celebrity, because I do not think I'm a celebrity by any means, okay? Let's clarify that. But Gen Z is literally the Paris Hiltons, the Miley Cyruses, and the Demi Lovatos. We are literally the celebrities that were critiqued in over...
Wasn't she doing heroin? Those are probably the worst people you could have used to goddamn and capture the millennials. One has a sex tape. One was doing heroin and crack. And the other one, what the other one do? She just had a black face. So Miley Cyrus is alright. Every white woman has a black face. It's okay.
Analyzed for just growing up in
But yeah, the other two?
Except now it's not paparazzi watching us, it's our peers. So when I say this, these are names that y'all will constantly see on the tabloids, people getting judged. Oh, they went out, they drank. Yeah, that's what 21-year-olds do. In cases like Demi Lovato when she overdosed, that was plastered everywhere. Miley Cyrus, when she went down her spiral, it was everywhere. So if you really think about it and you want it to be a comparison, those girls for sure, yes, they made their mistakes, but they were just figuring out who they are. As we can see now, from what we can see, they seem to be.
But why'd you wear a Paris Hilton sex tape?
They made those mistakes because they were young and dumb.
That was all over the tabloids.
Gen Zers are the ages where Miley, Paris, and Demi Lovato made mistakes. They're making these silly mistakes. Just because you in particular did not have to go through that lesson does not mean that that person that had to go through that lesson is less mature than you. But regardless, they're going through these lessons and they're making these mistakes, but it is now plastered everywhere, or potentially can be plastered everywhere. So instead of Gen Zers risking their entire reputation at 21, many of them just opt out altogether, and that means not making themselves potentially a laughing stock, and that just might
nigga laugh at me, nigga. I'm a walking joke.
7 or doing what people like to call wholesome activities. Not wholesome, wholesome. I hope I said that right. We can't do wholesome activities anymore. Another potential reason why Gen Z is stepping away from nightlife and just going out in general isn't just about their mindset. It is about money. Okay? Club culture has completely shifted from being about fun and connection and letting loose to being about access, exclusivity, how much money you have, and who you are as a person. It's no longer just about going out anymore, okay? It's about spending as much money you possibly can. You can't just show up and dance anymore. Now it's—
and that's why I say that's why I stay away from the clubs, man. That's why I stay away from the clubs. First off, just because they don't have any good clubs in Cincinnati. I'm gonna be dead ass honest. They don't have any good clubs in Cincinnati. 2, because of how expensive that shit is, and I got more bills on top of bills on top of bills, man. Like, I can't do this. Like,
it's a section bottle service, cover fees, dress codes, and spending hundreds just to stand around and post on Instagram from the booth. If you made it behind the DJ booth, you're a relevance of some sort, so you had to post that on Instagram, even if you're not having that.
Oh God, who is this nigga? Who is this nigga on top of the behind the DJ booth? Little do you know, that's just the bitch that's fucking on the fucking club owner, or fucking on the bouncer, or fucking on the DJ, who's got a little tiny bit of clout, a little tiny itty bitty bit of clout, but just because she was fucking on the DJ or fucking on the club owner, and she's pretty. Beauty only gets you so far. Most bitches with beauty don't really got personality.
You're taking shots, you're doing the little boomerangs of, oh, baddie shot o'clock, and you're not having fun still. And I can say I'm guilty of this sometimes too, but it's because of section culture. And this is what I wholeheartedly believe, which is why I have changed where I go out for the most part if I do decide to go out. And I do go out, okay? I'm 24, I am going to be 30 before I know it. I'm not saying that 30 is bad, but I'm just saying, like,
I ain't gonna lie, I feel like she smells good.
So I can only imagine how fast these next 6 years will go by. So I'm trying to embrace every single moment.
Damn, I got, bro. Nigga, she just put it into my perspective, bro. I'm about to be 26. Nigga, 4 years. What? In like I'm not counting how many days, but damn, it's like a month. Nigga. A month and 4 years. I'll be fucking 30, bro. Nigga, I'll be fucking 30 and I'm gonna have kids before I know it. As in, like, after 30, the dreads will be gone. Nigga, time is flying, but what the fuck? I need to hurry up and get rich. I gotta stop working at this bullshit ass job, bro. I swear to God.
Flying away before we know it. Every second. Look,
that's why I gotta stay consistent, man. Which I am.
I'm now closer to 25 than I was just 5 seconds ago. I'm all about having fun and not living with any regrets, which a lot of y'all don't even think. It's so funny because when y'all meet me,
bro, and that's literally another thing too. Just because how close I am to fucking 30 is also another thing to where another reason why I'd say to myself, hey, figure out this work-life balance shit. Still have your fun. Still have your fun. I'm going to go throughout life. I know there's going to be stress. There's going to be struggle. There's going to be obstacles in my way. I know that. But my life is not going to be filled with just stress, obstacles, and just shit in my way. No, it's also going to be filled with fun, pleasure. It's going to be filled with some shit to where it's like, damn, I probably shouldn't have done that. I made it back. Some idiot shit. I'll never do that again because I was too close. It's going to be filled with that. That just builds you. That builds you. Adds to your character.
And I go out. Yeah, I can be serious. Like,
adds the funny stories. You don't have any funny stories unless you get into some shit. That's literally how it goes. You don't get any funny stories unless you get into some shit. If you just constantly just doing your, like you said, Pilates parties or getting matchas and you don't create any funny memories or any fun stories. You don't. If you're out having fun, going to get lit, bar hopping, or just having a party at your crib, or just doing whatever, you just do random shit, you're gonna have way more stories and way more fun memories. And then you'll look back when you're fucking like 50s and 60s and 70s and 80s. Like, damn, that shit was so much fun. I'm glad we did back then. I cannot do it now. I'm glad. Versus you work throughout your whole life and then you look back like, damn, even though I did all this shit and I accomplished all this shit, I really regret not having more fun or spending more time with family or You're gonna be living with regret. You're gonna die with regret. That's one thing I'm not trying to do. I'm not gonna die with no fucking regret.
Yes, I'm working, I'm editing, I'm in my pajamas with my bonnet on, and I'm not going out. But when that weekend hits, child, if I can, I will be outside, okay? I need to socialize. I need to get to know people. I like to be out and about because especially with working this job full time, where I'm just working by myself, I need to be around people socially. So I wholeheartedly love going out. But
that's how you get your stories.
Which takes me back to the club.
That literally... Well, I don't do this full time, but I can't wait to do this full time doing the doing the podcast full time. But in order to maintain how funny I am and just have stories, I gotta be out enjoying life and being with my family, being with my friends, just doing random shit. I got to. So I understand that. I need
when it comes to
be around
culture,
people.
if you're not in a section, you're basically treated like a second-class citizen. You're treated like you're broke, you got no money. And when I say this, I'm mainly referring to men because as a woman, you can really get into any section if you really wanted to. But even in sections, like you're boxed in, you can't talk to anybody else. Even as a woman, if you want to get to know another guy in a different section, they're not going to come up to you. Or even if you want to go up to them, you're deemed as disrespectful. And I guess it could be taken as disrespectful because they just dropped $1 billion on you and now you're trying to talk to another guy. Whereas if it was just a dance floor like it was back in the day and maybe some high top tables, you can bounce around and talk to all types of people, women, men, whoever you want to talk to. The sad part is even regular clubs are charging $40 to $60 just to get into the club. And this is before drinks. Child, let's not even get into how expensive the drinks are. The drinks are like $18, $20. Then they put 20% automatic gratuity on it. That is a new thing and it pisses me off. I was going to tip you anyway, but I don't need you to forcefully make me tip you, especially if you gave bad service. So you have cover charges. Oh wait, we didn't even get to the club yet. We gotta pay for our Ubers and Lyfts. So Uber, Lyft, cover charge. Then you gotta get your drink. Oh wait, it's getting a little hot in here. Sorry. I don't want to wear my jacket anymore if this is winter time. Now I gotta pay for coat check. And then I gotta get the Uber or the Lyft back home. And before you know it, a casual night can turn out into being a $200 evening.
Nigga, I swear to God, bruh, just listen to this shit. I'm like, bruh, I might as well just drive drunk. Like, bro, what the fuck? Cause, bro, really think about this. Really think about this, all right? Say you're paying $800 for rent. You're paying like $200 to $300 for your electricity bill. All right. You also got to pay for your car insurance, which is around like $200-300. Pay your car off. It's around like $200-300, and then you gotta pay for what else is important? What else? I think those are the 4 things. Those are the main bills. So that's already 2 bands right there. Well, that's like yeah, that's damn near 2 bands. Then you got subscription services and shit like that. Gas, gotta pay for gas, bruh. Bruh, if I'm paying all this a month, I'm paying damn near 3 bands a month just to live. And I'm making 20, and that's on the high end, 20 to 24 an hour. And then if I want to have fun, I got to do all of that. And I'm paying damn near a bill, like one of my bills, to go out and have fun. Nigga, I'm just gonna drive drunk. I'll pregame at the house, feel a little good. This is in GTA. It's not real. It's not real. I do not drive drunk. I said I'd rather drive drunk. Would I do that? No. I'll go ahead and drop that because I'm a safe, law-abiding citizen who understands how recklessness could lead to endangering myself or other people. But in a scenario, just looking at this. Throw the shot back, throw the shot back, throw the shot back. Feeling good. Won't spend that much money at the club. Whip to the club, find parking. Yeah, $5-10, cool. Go in. Cincinnati don't have any cover charges, so I ain't gotta worry about that. I think that's some Atlanta shit. Fuck Atlanta. Yeah, she gonna have to move over to Cincinnati with me. So I'm gonna base this off of Cincinnati. No cover charge. Just go in and get drinks. Throw a shot back. Throw a shot back. Throw a shot back. I have a beer. I drink Angry Orchard, chilling, vibing. Have that around. Usually see some people I fuck with, or I'll just conversate with people and shit like that. They'll buy shots, and I was like, all right, I got the next round. Get the next round, shit like that. Oh man, I'm lit. All right, I can go back home. Just right up the street. Make it back. I think that whole night I probably spent around like, damn. I probably maybe cut that in half, a little bit less. So around 100. I say I'll probably spend like at most 100, the least $50 to $60. If I look at the math, nigga, I'm driving drunk in GTA. Not real. Because, like I said, I'm a law-abiding citizen. I understand that. You drive inebriated, that either you can get yourself hurt or you can possibly hurt other people. So, don't drive drunk, but that's just a scenario.
Very easily.
But that's crazy.
If y'all go out, you know how easy it can be.
If y'all really want to understand,
Nick, I'm about to use the bathroom. Be right back.
Understand that section culture has ruined clubs. The fact that y'all want people to pay $300 for a bottle of Hennessy and $1,000 for a section in a club that may or may not bust, but then I can't have no more than 8 people in my section or 5 people in my section is crazy as hell, especially on a random ass Saturday when I'm trying to go outside and have a good time.
And it's so interesting because millennials will make posts on TikTok talking about their clubbing era, and they would say, oh, I would go out with no money on me at all, or I would have like $20 in my pocket and it would still come back home with me, or I'd come back home with more money. I will say a few of them say this because they want to feel a little bit better than Gen Zers. Some of them, not all y'all, okay? I love the millennials. I'm a millennial, so I'm a little bit of both of you guys. But guys, when y'all were our age and y'all were going out, rent was like $700 for a 2-bedroom, right? Times are different. We are currently almost approaching very quickly a recession, okay? The men aren't spending as much as they used to, okay? The club is not full of ballers and their pockets on go, okay?
3 ways Google's Notebook LM helps me study for finals.
Of course you do that bullshit.
First, it puts all my study materials in one place, from notes to textbooks to assignments and more. I can ask questions and it finds answers directly from my sources. Second, it creates in-depth audio overviews of my material, so I can study on the go.
A strategic decision in itself.
Okay.
It wanted to wait until I got back. It wanted, of course. Hold on, I'm sorry, I'm rewinding that bitch.
Okay, the men aren't
Oh
spending.
yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I'm about to wash my hands. But bruh, I just told y'all this is a 1-bedroom. I'm paying $850, including my garage. $850. Nigga, literally, that's one of my that's literally three quarters of my big check. Nigga, this shit is ass. I love having my own place.
The club is not full of ballers and their pockets on go, okay? And I'll be honest, typically every time I go out, I meet someone that will take care of me and my girls for the night, okay? But it still is a rarity for most women. Not because they're unattractive, but because we are all in a recession and men are not trying to spend all their disposable income on women that they're probably not gonna see tomorrow. Before, the men back in the day could do that because, like I said, rent was $700. McDonald's had a dollar menu still. Buying a house was not $1 trillion, so they had more money to spend on people, okay? So we don't get that same experience. So as Gen Zers, though you guys like to say also, millennials do say this a lot, that we don't dress up when we go out. Child, I dress up, okay? If I want the nice things that I want to be taken care of, I dress up. You have to look your very best, okay? There's literally pressure to...
See, she's giving y'all game on shit.
When you're out, if you want to be taken.
Alright, this is what I'm gonna say, bro. Cause females, they know how to get they know how to manipulate, and they know how to get up and get a good, nice night where they don't have to spend a lot. Like they say, they dress up, they put on perfume, makeup, and shit like that. But when she was saying, like, you know, when she goes out and she can have guys take care of her and shit like that, but they won't take care of her as often, or take care of a lot of women as often these days, is because if they do take care of them, they know they're not gonna see them tomorrow. Fuck that, nigga. They just want some ass. They want some fucking ass. They ain't gonna take care of these hoes knowing that they ain't gonna get none tonight. And that's facts. And I'm not saying that she's giving up no ass. I'm not saying anybody in their friend group is giving up ass. But there's gotta be somebody in that friend group who's gonna be paying, not monetarily, for that dude dropping damn near a band or two. But maybe not, because a lot of these bitch ass niggas are fucking tricks. A lot of these bitch ass niggas with money are tricks. So she might have just found the right trick for the night. But yes.
Taken care of and get those perks. Whereas before, millennials can just probably go out in like a jeans.
And here's the thing, bruh. Here's the thing. That's another thing I also I didn't even think about too, for guys, because she's speaking about girls. when it comes to clubs and shit like that, yes, you don't see any females buying a section or buying that. It's usually the guys. And that shit caused around a band. And so let's see, you got like what? 5 or 6 guys. Y'all can go ahead and split it, and it's gonna be easy. Ain't nothing too bad. Shit like that. But normally, I mean, with that big ass friend group, a lot of men don't have that big ass friend group where it can go and split that shit. Like, I know I don't. Also, I really don't like clubs. But a lot of dudes don't have that. And so they're going to be in the mix of the dance floor, which really to walk through to get to the bar. And they don't want to go out because in order to get the females, which you really shouldn't be going out for females, but I understand with these days, like, come on now, I'm trying to get some ass. But in order to get some ass, you got to have a section. And that's not even guaranteeing you getting some ass. Because also in the club, the music's so fucking loud, you can't even fucking talk to an individual. You can't talk to a female. One of the things I hate while I went to a club, when the music's bumping and loud, talking in the ear. Hey, how you doing? Where are you from? Oh, okay, I was born and raised here. What are you doing tonight? I hate that shit. 11-11, y'all. Make a wish. I hate that shit. I can't do it. I gotta be in a environment which I can go ahead and sit and have a conversation how I'm having it now. How I'm talking to you guys. Normal volume. Still some music where it's like, damn, this is some good music. But also I can feel the vibe. I want to talk to you. I want not only me verbally communicate with you, spiritually communicate with you. At a club, I can't spiritually connect with you. It's too many different spirits. Too much shit. It's blocking my spirit. I can't do that.
And some heels and a tank top with no makeup on, and they were good to go. It's a different time. We got to work a little harder for what we want. So not only is there pressure to look good, behave flawlessly, okay? Because remember, when you go out and you look flawless, you also have to behave flawlessly too, and not be caught slipping on camera or acting out of character. Oh, and let's also add, you have to clearly be very successful or have enough money going for yourself to go out these days.
Yeah.
Gen Z isn't just staying home for peace. It's often because going out has now become expensive, performative, and exhausting.
So what's the club like now? They just stand around looking on their phones.
Oh.
They sit around, they order bottle service, they look on their phones. Think about the music that is played today. You can't dance to that music.
No, not really.
You can't do you remember just going to the club, the middle of the dance floor is
packed.
Jam packed.
Yes.
You're sweaty. You're not trying to be there looking all, we didn't have pounds of makeup on our face.
No.
Oh God, they be caked up. One thing I do remember seeing, it was an old video. It wasn't old, but it was like from like a month or two ago when Andrew Tate went to Miami. He met up with Fresh and Fit. They was all in a section, but they were all just sitting down. They were all just sitting down with females around them. It didn't look like anybody was having fun. They were just recording stuff. I'm like, bruh. So this is what it looks like to have money and have fun. Nigga, if I got a section, I'm turning the fuck up. Even with the streamers shit like that. Like, we see Duke Dennis and AMP and shit like that, and they have their own section shit like that. They just be standing around. I mean, it's their money. They can do what they want. But it's like, they just standing around, just chilling. And just looking around. Not trying to do too much. Nigga, fuck that. I'm dancing, nigga. I bought this section. I'm dancing on the fucking table. I'm doing Who's calling that shit? Who's calling my nigga? The money calling my phone. Nigga, the fuck is you talking about? But I'm not doing that now. I'm just standing around. If I do go to a club or anything, I'm standing and looking around just because, nigga, I'm broke. I shouldn't even be in this bitch, but I'm in here because I fuck with whoever I'm with. I'm not going by myself.
Neither did you,
But
Robin.
no way. Everybody trying to figure out why Gen Z parties suck, why Gen Z club life is dead. Because the ladies aren't being let in free. They're advertising ladies free all night, and once it hits a certain time, they purposely don't start the line so that you have to pay to get in there. Like, it's a scam.
Good. Good. Y'all deserve that. Now you understand. Now y'all gonna understand how men feel when they gotta pay and the females gotta get in for free. I understand. Don't be bitching. It's how the men, because guess what? Men don't get in free. We'd have to pay. I don't think I've ever paid to get in. Outside of that one time when I had Jordans on, and yeah, I had Jordans on. They don't allow Jordans, but they said if you got 20, I'll let you in. All right, cool.
All the way around.
That was the only time though. And that was in fucking California.
So it's not like Gen Z is necessarily boring. A lot of Gen Zers are just trying to survive and maintain their sanity. So let's get into my next talking point as to why I consider Gen Z to be boring. And that has to do with the rise of the uniform look. At Skims, slick buns, and the soft girl aesthetic. It seems like every Gen Zer is dressing the exact same way. It's almost as if there was a memo that went out: if you're not in Skims, Lululemon, or a matching lounge set, you're not even a Gen Zer. It's wild how quickly the aesthetic shifted. Suddenly, everyone loves pink, everyone loves doing slick back buns, everyone loves going to Pilates, journaling with their big ass Stanley cups and embracing their hyper feminine energy. Now, don't get me wrong, it's very cute, okay? But the way we've all fallen to the same template, y'all don't think that's kind of scary? There's nothing wrong with liking
it's like you're in a fucking cult.
Looking put together or having a clean girl routine. This is fine if it is genuinely you, okay? Let's really think about it. If this is really, really you. But I know for a fact.
But typically it's not. They just fall on a like she said, they fall on the fucking aesthetic. It's like a fucking cult. Oh, she's doing this. This look cute. I'm gonna go ahead and guess what? When a new trend comes up, you gonna switch up. It ain't you. You wasn't doing it before. You wasn't doing it before you saw it on fucking TikTok or really on TikTok. You wasn't doing it before. Guess what? What's the new trend and what's the new thing that you like? Like, it's like the Earth Girl wave. Like, motherfuckers who actually do that shit and is genuinely them, they don't put it on TikTok. They look at the individuals on TikTok and bitch, I do this in real life. Fuck what you talking about? And they'll clock your teeth.
Not all of you are really this Pilates pink princess like y'all claim to be. Okay, exactly. I'm sorry. I'm just going to say it like that right here, right now. You're doing this because you're following trends. I can speak for myself when I genuinely tell you guys, anyone that knows me, okay, if you grew up with Tony Bria and TV, I have always loved pink. I've always been super girly, pink princessy. I loved all the fluffy and frilly things. That's always been me. That's always been who I am. So as these trends rise, it does get a little frustrating because I'm like, I like the individuality of being the pink girly and like liking pink. Obviously, women have always liked pink, but I mean like all pink everything. That was not y'all, okay? A lot of you guys were not dressing like this or acting like this with the floral long dresses and the slick back buns and the clean look and the pink blush. That was not you guys, okay? And I know it for a fact. And yes, I get it's almost inevitable to not be influenced by some sort of trend. I get it, okay? But when everyone is wearing the same outfits, doing the same hairstyles, posting the same day in the life vlog,
it's a cult,
bro.
I
feel like personality is getting replaced with presentation. And one thing I will say, because millennials do be clocking a lot of these girls, I would say this is more college girlies. Have y'all seen that, like, this is mainly, I would say, with white college students versus black college students, though there's a uniform look there too, but we'll get into that in just a second. But there was this video of like, they said like all white college girls dressed the same. Going to a predominantly white school, I can attest to this a little bit. Everybody kind of dressed the same. The crop tops, skinny jeans up until 2022. Okay, I started.
No ass. Look at that.
Skinny jeans were a thing up until.
Bruh, look at the no ass. Oh my god, nigga. I don't know how white dudes do it. I really don't. I mean, they got a. I can understand it. I mean, they ain't got much to work with, so that it's actually perfect for them. No wonder they don't like that much ass. But bruh, baggy jeans with no ass is crazy.
Until I would say like 2021, 2022. And then they started doing the oversized jeans. So it was the crop top, jeans, and then the beat up white sneakers. That was how everybody looked. I did not see a slick back in sight, okay? The slick back started coming in when TikTok got popular. And every girl at my school started wearing slick backs. When I used to always tell them, hey, like you guys should try different hairstyles. Like your hair's always down. No, I don't want to. It's just not me. But then y'all see on TikTok that everybody's doing it. Now all of a sudden you come back to school with slick backs and gold jewelry. I'm not gonna say too much on that. But this isn't about hating femininity, okay? I'm not hating on the fact that some women are starting to get more into themselves and embracing their femininity. I'm not at all. I'm more so questioning why it feels so forced and so scripted. It's like, is this really self-expression?
Because niggas are not individualistic these days. That's why it's so forced and so scripted, bro. Cause niggas and bitches and males and females or whoever, whatever you want to fucking say, they are scared to be themselves and be courageous and not think about what other people have to say. That's just what it is. They don't want to try out their own style. They don't want to try out their own. They don't want to try something that they've never worn before and wear it with confidence. Nigga, when I tell you I go outside, if I were to wear something if I went outside with a shirt that I got from somewhere that I gatekeep or haven't told anybody about, and I see the same person with that goddamn thing, I'd be pissed. Take it off and burn it right there. Right, I wouldn't take it off and burn it. But still, I'd be pissed. Like, nigga. I dap him up though. That's hey, you know where the sauce is. But in my head, that's some nigga. You could just wear the same thing to the same event as me and get away with it, nigga. Think again. I'd burn it.
Question or just replication of the next girl that went viral on TikTok. Like, who are you really? The most recent trends, and I'm referring to 2025, okay, that I've been seeing a lot lately is everyone is now wearing Lululemon. I mean, there's literally a song, I don't even know what the song is called, but when the girl says, put some Lululemon on my butt, that Lululemon, or whatever the heck the song goes. Is that how it goes? Put some Lulu on his butt.
Spring is vastly approaching, and spring is the perfect time to do a fresh declutter.
Okay, because I actually like that song. I'm not gonna lie. It's catchy. But it's funny, y'all are only wearing Lululemon because that's what is trending.
Lululemon, Baby Shark, bruh. No, sorry, not Baby Shark. Gymshark. Gymshark, bruh.
But the whole time, Lululemon is just athleisure clothes.
Be original,
like, you can get that in Marshalls, quite frankly. But
yeah, like go to Marshalls, go to TJ Maxx, bro. Go to Macy's. Get your fucking regular fucking matching outfits that aren't that expensive, but are that are inexpensive, but match the same fucking athletic fabric. Like you can go anywhere to get that for cheaper. Lululemon and Gymshark, you just gotta pay high price for some shit that they are only spending what? Let's see, what around like $2 to $3 to make. At most $15 to make.
like, you guys only wear Lululemon because it's aesthetic and it's expensive. So to you, you feel like that makes you have more status. And then of course, matching sets. And if we want to talk about hair, for black girls, I've noticed, and hold on, wait 1 second when I say this part, it's the flip over curly wigs. And then as for white girls, I'll say more slick backs. There's a lot more slick back. When I say to you guys, I try not to get agitated because I think flip overs look good on everybody, okay? But now that everybody has a flip over, like right now, I literally kind of have a flip over. It's like a flip over method. It's like, why is everybody getting this style now? If you guys scroll back to my videos, I always had a flip over concept of hair. I wore this style a lot. Throwing it back to college days before like the flip over was like a thing. I just liked having like length to my hair, but not having to maintain it being straightened. So I loved a good flip over. And now everybody wears it and I'm like, oh my God, it looks like I'm following yet another trend when I'm not. But it's fine. Y'all look really good with it anyway. But it's another thing when you're just copying it because everybody else is doing it and it starts looking like some sort of uniform. So yeah, the aesthetic is very much so cute. I'll give y'all that, okay? Y'all all look great. Beautiful ladies. But when we all start looking like clones of Pinterest and TikTok, you have to wonder, where did all the individuality go? Now let's get into my next talking point of how Gen Z is just straight boring now, and that is Gen Z's conservative turn. Okay, y'all, we have to talk about Gen Z's conservative shift. And no, I don't mean politically. Well, to a certain extent. I mean, this shift that I'm talking about does lead to it being political. But no, I'm not talking about it politically. I'm talking about emotionally, socially, and even how we present ourselves online. As Gen Zers, we've turned being hyper feminine into the new standard and not just a vibe. Just 5 years ago, we were marching in the streets and calling out everything, to now making content about being soft and feminine and staying home to bake banana bread and be someone's wife. Like, when did that wife life?
I hate those videos, man. I hate those videos,
and when I say we went from marching, I'm talking about all the protests. It seemed like Gen Z was really going to be the next generation to really make change. And quite frankly, it seems like we've pivoted from that quite significantly. I have
niggas like, all right, yeah, uprising, yeah, stop this. Then one person left. I'm cool on this. Drops the picket sign, leaves. Stop this. See the other person leaving? Why am I here? I can be at home. Those are picket sign. Stop this. Stop. 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 I'm going home. I don't want to do this anymore. Leave this to the men. I don't even know what we're fighting for. I'm cool being taken care of. That's literally what the females are about. Swear to
Never
God, that's
seen
literally
so
what it
many
was.
women say that they want to just be a wife in my entire life. When I was in high school and college, and that was in the teens era, okay? I started high school in 2014, and I started college in 2018. It was almost shameful to say you just wanted to be a stay-at-home wife. That was not something that was accepted. I'm not saying that was right, but it was not considered the standard. As of now, it's seeming more and more like women's standards is to meet a rich man and just stay at home and cook and bake cookies all day.
See, here's the thing. Stay-at-home wife, there's nothing bad about that. And here's the thing. Women are the ones who shame women about wanting to be a stay-at-home wife. There's nothing bad about that. The only bad thing with that is expecting your man to be rich. Expecting your man to be rich so you can be a stay-at-home wife, that's the bad thing, because you can be a stay-at-home wife with a man who's making a little bit above the steady household income, like a blue collar man, a blue collar man, a white collar man, people who do anything, do trash, construction, do HVAC, plumbing, but also they can. I'm not even talking about the Wall Street dudes. I'm talking about the people who are I don't even know too many white collar people. Would it be lawyers? Are they white collar? People, I guess people who do stocks and shit like that. People who do insurance and do all this other shit. But they're let's say they're like in the double digits away from fucking doing six figures. So maybe 20 to 30 grand away from doing six figures. But you won't look at those men because they're broke to you. You'll look at the men who do make six figures. Or I'll be a stay-at-home wife for you, but not for the man who's making 70 to 80,000 a year, which is really, really good because the median household income for a two-parent home is the median household income for a one-parent home is what, 40, 50 bands. So add two people in there for two households, 100. So if you find a man who's able to live within his means and he makes 70 to 80 grand a year, and yeah, your life won't be as luxurious, but y'all be able to go on trips every once in a while, and you'll be able to. He's taking care of you and shit like that. Like, that's good. But the bad thing is that y'all only want a rich and successful man because you think that rich and successful. You equate being rich to being successful, which is like, okay, I understand that, but it depends on what you count as success. Because if you want a rich man who's successful, you also got to think about when he's not with you. I didn't say you got to think about. What you're going to think about is when he's not with you, what is he doing? You're gonna be worried about, all right, who he's fucking. Why is he not at the house all the time? Why is he here spending time with the children and stuff like that? Because a lot of rich men won't do that. They're going to be out conquering the world, fucking on bitches, and trying to build their empire. Not really going to be taking care of their kids. Versus you wanting be a stay-at-home mom, but you want the dad to be there too to help take care of the kids or at least spend time with the kids and stuff like that. And those blue-collar men and white-collar men, they are going to be able to do that. But you look down on that. So that's the only bad thing when you say you want to be a stay-at-home wife, because of that rich portion. You should want to be a stay-at-home wife because of the kids, because you want to help nurture the kids, and you want the father to be there. You want to be a good presence in the home to help the kids grow up and stuff like that. See, that's what they used to have back in the day. That's literally what they used to do. But now you hoes just want to stay home and cook banana bread, but not understanding what you still got to work. You still got to work at the house. You still got to make sure the house is clean, the kids are taken care of. You got to make sure that shit around the house is good and gravy. When the husband get back from work, make sure he's good. and, you know, better his life. You still gotta work, bro.
Honestly, the whole concept of that started off very innocent. Like, I was all for it. Like, yeah, women don't need to work that damn hard. To me, it seemed like we were revitalizing ourselves. We went from protesting and sitting up for rights, especially as black women. Okay, I'm speaking for black women because I'm a black woman. We were out there marching for black men and we weren't getting that same energy back. And I was like, you know what? Why are we always the ones rah, rah, rah? We need to have a soft life too and be delicate and dainty just like everybody else is. Like, why can't that be us? So I looked at soft life, or the concept of soft life being about resting, taking care of yourself, and choosing peace. This is when self-care started rising. Girls were starting to wear less and less makeup and start taking care of themselves and their inner work and journaling. I thought it was so cool. And if you even look at my old videos, I started fitting into that too, like how to be a baddie and how to look your best and how to be bougie. I was talking about all these things because I was like, yes, finally, we don't have to work so hard. We can just embrace being a woman. But somewhere along the way, it turned into this weird rebrand of traditional gender roles. Now it's all about submitting to your husband, never raising your voice, being super dainty and super feminine at all times, and letting go of your masculine energy. We called it healing, but is it healing or is it really just performing wrapped up in a healing bow? There's a difference between choosing peace and doing what looks peaceful online, and not doing the real work as to why you feel overworked and don't feel like you are being fully embraced in your feminine energy. So a lot of this might feel like freedom and more like packaging yourself into the most palatable, gentle, and non-threatening version of a woman where you'll feel peace. And once again, I am all for that. I do not believe that women should be working so hard, and I do not believe that women should be masking their femininity. But we have to be real and ask this question: why is this shift happening? And there's one very big reason as to why I believe this shift is happening. Life is super duper expensive, like ridiculously expensive. Rent is up, groceries are high, buying a home seems unrealistic. Going out leisurely is so expensive. I mean, you guys heard me state earlier that it can be almost $200 on a chill night to go.
Nigga, when I tell you, and I was talking to my best friend about this earlier too. First of all, shot o'clock, water, but you know, shot o'clock. I was talking to my best friend about this earlier, bro. So last Thursday, I get paid every Thursday. Last Thursday, I went to get my spare tire off my car to check on my rim, or check on my tire from, you know, what's going on with it. I thought it was just a tire. Essentially, they told me it wasn't the tire, it was the rim, it was cracked because of the accident. I was like, fuck. Okay. So I had to get a new rim. And then it was like, all right, well, when you get your new rim, you're also gonna need some new tires as well because your tires are balding on the edges of them. It's like, okay, might as well, you know, makes sense. So I was like, all right, how much is it gonna be? $700 fucking dollars, almost $800 to get all that. I'm like, what the fuck? That's a quarter of my fucking paycheck, bruh. So I had to pay for that, right? Just I'm like, you know what? I might as well go ahead and get it out the way, and you know, I won't have to worry about it next time. Now my rent's coming up. My fucking light bill, energy bill, gas and electric. Wi-Fi's coming up. I just packed in my groceries, but you know, in a couple weeks I'm going to have to get some more. Like, and I get paid weekly. And I'm like, bruh, this shit is fucking expensive. And so, like, I used to hang out with my parents, my dad, and my stepmom a whole lot more. But since I started, saving money, or you know, running my racks up to get this place, and I got this place, I haven't been able to go and chill and party with them, shit like that. And they've noticed that. They be like, damn, like, where have you been at? Like, I haven't been able to see you in a while. Like, you a stranger. I'm like, I've just been working. I've really just been picking up shifts and working my ass off because I got to go ahead and save up this money and get ahead of this because I don't want to be struggling. I don't want to stay afloat. And literally, that's what it is. That's literally what it is. Like, also with this, with me doing what I'm doing when I'm off, my off time, I'm going to be streaming, but also I'm going to be going back to delivering Uber Eats so I can make some extra money and shit like that as well. And with this job, it's kind of hard for me to get a second job because of my hours. Like, this shit is fucking, it's stressful, man. But I can say that I would much rather be stressed out with worrying about my own bills than still be in my mom and stepdad's house and hear them bitching at me. I'd much rather that. Because at least I got a peace of mind here. And I know I got that hustle to where I'll go ahead and get it done regardless of what I need to do. But man, the way this economy is, the way the money, bruh, nigga, I gotta think about how I'm gonna get money outside of doing illegal shit like selling drugs and shit like that. It's hard, bruh. But I also understand that, hey, it's gonna be like that in the 20s. That's why you gotta have that work-life balance, man. You really do. Because I'm not gonna be fully stressing about bills if I can't have no fucking fun and enjoy it.
Go out. Everything is very, very expensive and costly. So for a lot of women, slipping back into these traditional roles isn't because they necessarily want to. It's because they're trying to survive even if they don't realize it. Some women are thinking, I mean, if I can't afford to do it all on my own, maybe I don't want to. It's like women are eternally thinking like, you can't even afford to do it all on your own, so you might as well go and get married and have some kids with a man that can afford and provide you that lifestyle that you're trying to achieve. So some of them are probably like, well, maybe
and that's the thing though, but the thing is, why are y'all looking at fucking lifestyle when it comes to marriage like that? Like, that's why so many men don't want to get married, because y'all are looking at, okay, I want to do this lifestyle, I want to fund my lifestyle. How do I do it? I get a rich man, and when he doesn't do what you want him to do, then divorce, take the kids, take half his shit. Like, fuck no, why do I want to do that? I want to be with a woman that loves me. And I've told y'all, I've sounded like a broken record. I don't give a fuck. But when it comes to when I get married, because I'm a provider male, but when it comes to when I get married, I'm going to tell my fiance, whoever it is, once we married, there's no such thing as divorce. My kids are not growing up seeing a broken home, because that's how I grew up. I grew up seeing a broken home. And I don't want my kids to see that. My kids are going to understand that black love is forever. And yeah, we go through what we go through, but we still gonna love each other and we're gonna get through it. So that motivates them to go ahead and do the same thing when it comes to love. That's why I'm having my little bit of a hoe phase right now, and I'm going through, but I mean, I'm not being a hoe right now. I can be if you unlock the beast, but I'm not going to. I can't, because I'm trying to, take somebody serious,
I don't have goals to become a lawyer, or I don't really care to work. But it's not because you don't want to do it, it's because you can't afford to do it. Because while you're trying to get that degree or you're trying to do your best, you can't even find a place to live in. I mean, heck, our country has not raised minimum wage in years.
Strawberry guava.
The rise of soft girl, feminine dating advice and dating.
Strawberry guava.
The resurgence of black and trad wife ideals and content.
I shouldn't really be drinking this because it's for my work, but I got so many in here that actually I'm gonna go from the back.
To show the growing embrace of conservatism, but like repackaged and highly aestheticized for the digital age.
From the back, watching it, bless you.
To really like spread across particularly TikTok and YouTube. And guys, I've seen so many great minds and personalities lost to this type of like, I have to be myself, feminine energy, divine feminine. And don't get me wrong, I can understand that a lot of women adopt this mindset and worldview because of a disillusionment with neoliberal feminism, especially the type we've seen over the past decade, which really emphasized hustle culture, self-sufficiency, and even like corporate ambition. And maybe these women just prefer ease, luxury, and I don't know, traditional courtship. And maybe they really think this is like a rebellion against capitalism. However, it always seems to dovetail with like a nostalgia for rigid gender roles, and it always reframes economically depending on the man.
So I got the one from the back because it's the oldest one. But that caused a whole lot of microcosm of the domino effect of them falling. So I got up the best I could, but I'm like, bro, I'm not wasting my time on this bullshit.
When in reality, it's just reinforcing like.
But yes, suja, apple, mango, banana, cucumber, lemon, and kale.
Marketed and pushed as a form of security.
Spinach, spirula, chlorella, and barley glass.
I feel like there is an appeal in stepping away from the modern world and like the pressures of the modern world and embracing this very romanticized past. But guys, it literally is just that, romanticized. And because it's so romanticized, I feel like people overlook how these movements are linked to political conservatism and how they just like reinforce structures that have always like impeded upon women's independence. But yeah, anyways, guys, I feel like it's very interesting to see this rebranding of femininity. Anyways, in conclusion, why I mentioned all that stuff at the start, including the PLT rebrand, is because we're witnessing an aesthetic shift. This is like a rebranding of traditional values and conservative ideals, but for a digital audience.
So it's not necessarily about being anti-feminist. It's the fact that the soft life, the wife life, the return to structure, it's appealing mainly because the alternative feels exhausting and unstable.
Laziness. And that's one of the things I have to get y'all females to understand, bruh. There's no way in this life where you'll be able to go throughout life being lazy with a rich man. Unless he's a trick. But even a trick will go ahead and get tired of you being lazy. You're going to have to do some work. If you want to work from home, there's such thing as working from, stay-at-home wife. There's different criteria you got to do. You still got to, I already speed it out. But you still got to work. Like, you're not gonna just stay at home and be lazy. No rich man is gonna come home to a dirty ass house, or come home, see the dishes aren't done, the dogs haven't been fed, and shit's all over the floor, the laundry isn't done, and do it all himself when he's been doing shit outside conquering the world. Nope. Ain't gonna happen.
So this gets into my last and final point, and that's the fact that basically capitalism killed the vibe, and that's why Gen Z is boring. None of this happened overnight, okay? Capitalism and content culture flattened us. Everything, and I mean everything, is now monetized. Even your personality has become part of your personal brand. You can't just enjoy something anymore. You have to turn it into some kind of aesthetic. Film it, hashtag it, and hope it performs well. And I say this part specifically because a lot of Gen Zers now feel and see that the only way to become rich or become successful is to become an influencer. Gen Zer here, influencer. Y'all all told me I was an influencer when I said I wasn't. So I guess I'll take the title with a grain of salt. I'm a content creator / podcaster, but whatever. So when I say that,
same here. Don't try to put me in a box. I'm a content creator / podcaster. Those are my pronouns. Don't try to put nothing on me.
A lot of Gen Zers are looking at who are the ones that are making it. Who are the ones that became successful? And a lot of the people that they're looking at are people that are content creators, and that's because there has been a death to the celebrity. Influencers feel more attainable and more relatable, especially when they first start. So a lot of Gen Zers are trying to adapt and perform as if they are these influencers. Hence why I said monetizing everything and trying to literally become these people, even if they don't realize they're doing it. The rich and successful people are the ones that are online making the curated content. Well, the ones that have longevity career-wise, for the most part. People didn't just pick up and start going to Pilates. Let's be real. Pilates as a trend started significantly this past year. And I'll be honest, I didn't really do it because it was a trend. I did it because I saw Lori Harvey was snatched and I was trying to have my body be T as well. And this was like back in like 2023-ish. But yeah, for sure now Pilates is a trend. And I know that for a fact because I can never book a solid core class these days. Y'all book them up everywhere. And I thought it was going to stop in January, but y'all keep booking them up. So I'm glad that y'all are trying to be fit, but that's another thing. Fitness is even a trend right now. Everybody's in the gym. Everybody's working out. Everybody's in a workout class. Everybody's doing hot yoga, hot Pilates, lifting weights. They're doing the RDLs. They're trying to be snatched. They're trying.
Which is not a bad thing when you have the right intention. You have the correct intention. If you want to get in the gym or doing all that shit just because you take care of your body and you care about your body, and yeah, you want a good aesthetic, but you also want to feel good, yes, you should be doing that. But don't do it just because of a trend or just because social media or just because you feel like you have to. There's a lot of fat niggas out here that are fucking the hoes. There's a lot of fat hoes that are fucking the skinny niggas. Don't do it because of a fucking trend. Do it because you actually want to take care of yourself, take care of your body. Because you're taking away from people who actually want to take care of their body and don't care about the aesthetic and shit like that. In which that's why they get pissed. But they get pissed, but they find out another way to work out and shit like that, which is okay. And you're just wasting your money. That's because you're doing hot yoga or Pilates. That sounds like, even her saying that sounds fucking expensive, bro. Not even gonna cap. So you're wasting your money when other people are like, all right, you know, they have other people to pay for it, or they pay for it with their fucking jobs that they make how much ever is within their budget. and they find another means to do it. And you're just doing it for what, 1, 2, 3, or 4 sessions? Maybe. Let's say you do it a whole year, but then you just stop it. You just wasted it.
Trying to be skinny. Our life is surrounded by trends and just copying one another. And yes, some of these things can be seen as a good thing. I think it's very good that people are becoming more active. I mean, think about the running clubs. Oh my God, now everybody's a runner. And I think I might be even a little bit guilty of this. I tried to fight it, okay? Because I was not trying to run. So I'm like, all y'all want to run and join run clubs. Now, I did not join a run club, but I did start running because I need to see results a lot quicker. So I now run because I used to run track back in the day, a long, long time ago.
And I ran cross country and also ran a little bit of track. So what's up, Tony? What's up, Tony? We can have some running kids. I'm just saying. I think she said it because she know I'm about to get back in running too. Y'all know, I just sold y'all my fucking camera. And also, one thing I am going to say is, I want to say this summer, and I was thinking about this earlier before I went to sleep, right? I want to get back into running around like 6 to 7 miles. But I'm not pressuring myself to do it quickly. Like, I want to say at least by like September or something, I want to start running like 6 to 7 miles. So I'll give myself until September. And then possibly doing a 3K. Sorry, not 3K, a 5K run. Just anywhere in Cincinnati, I'm going to do a 5K.
I was like, let me just try it again, because every time I'm walking on the treadmill, my body wants to run. So I was like, let me just start running. But the local run club in my area, guys, when I tell you there's so many people running, I said, so now all of a sudden everybody runs. But once again, this is a little bit harmless because at least you're being active. But I say this all to say, once again, it's because I run by myself. Kind of copying on each other.
I run by myself. When I run, I do run by myself. I hate running on a treadmill. It doesn't feel like I'm going anywhere. But when I am running, I run by myself and I run outside. You can attest, like hella people can attest. Best friend, shit. The only person I actually used to run with after cross country was my best friend, because I got him into running, and he hates running. But he said he'd see me running around the neighborhood, and that would motivate him. Like, we'd have hella run sessions. It'd be great. And we start going to the gym together and shit like that. But cousin can attest to this. Stepbrother can attest to this. My brother and sister, they can attest to that. Stepmom. Well, sorry. My mom, stepdad. Shit, my best friend's family, they can attest to that. Hella people. Nigga, random people on the street will see me running. Like, I'd always run by myself. And it's funny because it was last year. Me and my best friend were at the gym. And he was like, you know what I saw on Instagram that I thought about you? I was like, what? He's like, you know what you should do? I know you say you want, and it's him talking to me. He's like, I know you said you want somebody that's fit and stuff like that. I think you should join a run club. Because I saw a video of somebody joining a run club to find somebody. That'd be good for you. I'm like, bro, I don't even run in groups. I run by myself. And if I were to, I feel like there's older people who do it. So I'm chilling. Like, maybe in like Atlanta, I'd do it. Why is she looking at me like that? Why is she looking at me like that? But yeah, I was like, yeah, nah, I'm not really into that run club and shit like that. Like, sounds a good idea, but that's not me. I'd rather run by myself and run with headphones. And I ain't gonna lie, Kanye just put out some shit to where, like, it's these headphones to where it's like over the ear running ones, but they go in your inner ear. And seeing those, I'm like, damn, I want to get those. I ain't gonna cap, because at my job, because I work at the airport, you already know they have the whole fucking audio, like headphone and electronic store to try to get you, you know, if you lost your headphones, you forgot your headphones, you need headphones because you're just that much into it and addicted to music. Go in there and you drop like a damn near 1,000 on them, and it's like, all right, bro, I don't need that much. But they had these sunglass headphones where it did the same thing. Like, you put them on and then it tapped into your inner ear and you'd hear it, and it was actually dope. So I'm looking into those because I would love to use those, because it's like you listen to it with your inner ear, it hits your inner ear, but then you don't have anything in your ear, so you can still hear the outside noise and shit like that. Which is like, damn, like, that's actually smart as fuck. So hopefully you didn't delete that. I'm gonna look those up.
Carbon copies of one another.
I think I saved it too.
Y'all don't drink matcha because it tastes good, okay? Y'all were not drinking matcha a year ago. And did y'all see that there's soon to be a shortage in matcha? Because all of y'all on TikTok are trying to drink matcha.
I drank matcha once, never drank it again. I drank it because of a
Let's
bitch.
be for real. Are you guys wincing as you drink your matcha, or do you really love your matcha? Come on. We're doing the Pilates, drinking the matcha, and being an aesthetic because it fits the brand. Every action we do as Gen Zers seemingly has to be packageable, clickable, and likable. And the second something becomes a trend, companies already are 10 steps ahead. Mass producing products, marketing it, and feeding it back to us. These brands do not care. They don't want individuality. They just want our money. They want us all to be carbon copies of each other. They want us to make the curated content. They want us to be the clean girls, the trad wife, the soft life baddie, the quiet luxury queen, because that is what sells, at least today. I mean, even healing is marketable now. Your trauma, there's a brand for that. Your glow up, monetize it. Your daily routine, slap some copyright-free piano music on it and upload it by 10 a.m. We stop being weird because weird doesn't convert. Beige does. Structure does. Predictability does. And predictability sells. If your chaos doesn't fit in the algorithm, it's not profitable and it's going to be invisible. No one's going to see that. Hence why people are constantly complaining about their regular apartments not being pushed. No. The algorithm likes aesthetic, okay? They want to see all the matchy cabinets. They want to see the white or the beige couch. They want to see the fresh flowers on the counter. They want to see
a white or beige couch.
And in your glass straw. They want to see all of that because that is what is selling, okay? So TikTok's not going to push on a regular basis the everyday average person. I'm speaking about the Gen Zers that are super curated. So no, we didn't just wake up one day and decide to tone everything down. We were literally trained, conditioned, and marketed into this lifestyle. Beige was not just chosen for us by TikTok. It was chosen by capitalism, by fear, and by the pressure to always look like we've got it all together. Whew. And honestly, y'all, I want chaos back. I want to see the mismatched clothes. I want to see the funky, cool apartment. I want to see you guys be cool and not be boring. I want to see it all, okay? I want to see it all. So I ask you guys this question again. Is Gen Z really boring? Or are we just trying to survive in a world that makes authenticity feel unsafe, feel wrong, feel useless, and feel unimportant? Because at the end of the day, I don't think Gen Z is necessarily boring. I don't. I think we're tired. I think we're cautious. I think we're overwhelmed by the constant pressure to look perfect, act healed, and live aesthetically 24/7. I also think that we're struggling.
I used to didn't like that drink.
Ourselves out, but while we're trying to figure ourselves
now
out,
it's one of my
we're in the middle
favorites.
of a potential recession.
I used to hate it, but also
idiots. We're trying to make it all work.
I wasn't really used to it. I was like, fuck it. Literally, my first time drinking it, I said, oh my god, it tastes disgusting. But I told myself, like, bruh, if I can go ahead and down tequila, I can go ahead. If I get down tequila, and I used to drink Bacardi when I first started drinking, but if I could down that, I can go ahead and do that. Now it's like one of my favorite drinks.
Though it is very hard, and I completely and I wholeheartedly acknowledge that. I see you, I see you, I see you. I do think that maybe it's time for us to stop performing and start participating again. Maybe we let ourselves dance a little, mess up a little, and wear something that isn't beige for once. I think that will help us to not feel as sad all the time. Think about the type of places you go to. Like, if you don't like section and club culture, go to a club, a lounge, or a bar that has
go to speakeasy. Yes.
Dancing. That's what I did, and I have a blast when I'm out now. A lot of Latin and Caribbean parties are all about dancing, okay? It still exists. Y'all are just choosing to go to where they're playing Sexy Red 24/7. Find what suits you. And if you don't like going out to party, though I think you should because you'll regret it when you get older, but you know, who am I to judge? I'm not going to say too much. Go out with your friends and celebrate. Go to a nice daytime activity. There's so much more to do in life than just be home and drink your tea every night. So like I said, we don't have to
especially if your state or your city has a major team, whether it's a major basketball team, football team, a baseball team, hockey team. Like, bro, they be having those events like outside. Like, do that. Like, that's my thing. Like, I'm gonna be doing that more this summer. I'm gonna be going to more football games, baseball games. I want to go to an FC game, FC soccer. That shit, I want to do that. Like, do that.
Chaos and be the Paris Hiltons and the Miley Cyruses. But we
Don't
also
do a
need to
sex tape.
balance our personalities in order to keep up with the times. Individuality does not need to be dead, okay? Quite frankly, it's not dead. It's just waiting for permission from you guys. So consider this. Let's bring back fun. Let's bring back crazy. Let's bring back weird. Let's bring back us and who we truly are. But you guys, that is the end of today's video. If you guys like this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do y'all think Gen Z is boring? If you do, why do you think Gen Z is boring? If you don't think that Gen Z is boring, why do you think that Gen Z is exciting?
Hey man, shout out to Tony Brian. That was a dope video. On God. Look.